Fine, good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. So warm greetings to you all students. Welcome to our today's online class. Okay. So now we are studying about chapter 9. Isn't it? So what's the title of our chapter? So data types, variables and expressions. Okay. So in this chapter we have studied about data types and variables. Okay. So one more topic is left in this chapter, that is expressions, and some portions is left under the heading variables. Okay. So today we are going to study about that expressions and variables. Okay. So before I am going to start about today's portion, so just recall what are things you have studied at the last week. Okay. So last week you have studied about formatting output, isn't it? So what do you mean by formatting output? So formatting output means, so you are going to modify or make some changes in the output screen, isn't it? So for that you are using some manipulators. So what are the manipulators you have studied in the last class? What are the manipulators? NDL and ZW, isn't it? So what's the use of NDL? NDL means, so automatically it will move to the next line. Okay. So backslash n and NDL has similar meaning, but only one difference. NDL means it will automatically, the cursor point will move to the next line, as well as it will flushes all the free spaces. But backslash n means only the cursor point will move to the next line, isn't it? So next manipulator we have studied as set W. So what's the meaning of set W? Set width. So you can able to set the width of the particular line, isn't it? So and also you have studied one important program. So calculation of a gross pay salary for a employee, very important portion, very important program, that one. So last class itself I said that is very important program. Same program you are going to study for your practical also. So I asked you to study and write in your notebook, as well as so I give assignment work also, isn't it? So have you all completed that one? So what are the portions I am giving to write in your homework as well as assignment work? You should write, and once the school reopens you should submit. This and all useful for your internal marks. Understood? Okay. Okay. So today we are going to study about third manipulator called set precision. Okay. So already have studied two manipulators. What are they? NDL as well as set W. So today we are going to study about third manipulator called set precision. Okay. So this manipulator is mainly used to display the number with fractions. Okay. So in fractional numbers you are going to display, or you are going to give some specific number of digits. Okay. So based on the digits you are going to display some digits. Okay. For example, you are giving some numbers, nearly 10 numbers you are giving. Okay. So before the point and also after the point, totally 10 numbers are there. That means 10 digits. Okay. So but precision, if you are setting as a 5 means, so in the output screen you can expect only 5 digits are there. Understood what's the use of set precision? So particular, that means how many digits you are giving inside the set precision, so that number of digits only display in the output screen. Understood what's the use of set precision? Okay. So listen, this is a syntax, very important. So see the syntax, set precision of number of digits. Okay, if you need to give this set precision means, so you should give or you should follow this syntax. Okay, what's the syntax? Set precision of number of digits. Okay, so you should give the keyword set precision, then inside you can give number of digits. Based on that, so you can, based on that the particular number will displayed in the output screen. Understood? Okay. So listen, one example program they have given. So what's the header file? What's the first line to write a C++ program? So header file. What's the header file? Hash include IOString. Listen. So if you are going to use manipulator set W or NTL or set precision or anything. Okay. So this kind of manipulators you are going to use means you should use an extra header file. Isn't it? So what's the name of their header file? So last class you have studied. So if you need to use this kind of manipulators means you should use one more header file. What's the name of that header file? IO manip. Understood? What's the name of the header file? IO manip. Okay. So here we are going to use this set precision of manipulator. Okay. So only we are including another one header file called, what's the name of the header file? IO manip. Understood? Okay. So what's the next line? Using namespace std, then semicolon, then main of function, then open brace. Listen here. So already you have studied set precision is mainly used to display number with fractions. That means decimal point numbers. Okay. So mainly we are going to apply this set precision in which numbers? Float numbers or fractional numbers. Okay. So for that, so point numbers means which data type you should mention? Point numbers means always you should mention the data type as float. Okay. So here you are declaring a variable called HRA. So what's the variable name here? HRA. Okay. So equal to, listen, they have given one number. Okay. 1200.123. Okay. So listen, how many digits are there totally? Count it. How many digits are there totally? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total 7 digits including the point. Okay. So listen, next inside C out you are giving this manipulator. Okay. So this manipulator is everything you should give inside which one? C out. Why? Formatting output. That means you are going to make some changes in output screen. So output, always the output things are displayed inside which command? C out. So inside the C out you have given set precision of 5. So what's the syntax for setting the set precision? Set precision, then inside number of digits. Okay. So inside set precision you are giving how many number of digits? 5. Next, listen. So output screen you have given. So which variable you are going to give this set precision? Which variable? So already you have declared a variable called HRA. So you are calling the variable HRA. Okay. So in output, say the answer. What answer you will get? Set precision of 5. So totally 5 digits only you can expect in the output. Answer, how many digits are there? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But so you are giving set precision of 5. So in the output, how many digits will display? Only 5 digits. So what's the output? 1200.12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 1 it will display. Why? Because 5 digits. So count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 digits means 1200.1. Understood what's the meaning of set precision? Okay. So listen. So therefore that only they are giving in the above code. The total number they are giving is 1200.123. But so you are giving the set precision as the value 5. So how many digits it will display in the output screen? Total 5 digits. So see, this is the output 1200.1. Understood? Okay. So set precision manipulator always will print the numbers from left to right. That means this side. Counting from this side to this side. Left side to right side. Okay. So here, left side, before the point, how many digits are there totally? Take this example, 1200.123. Okay. So always it will print the numbers from left side to right side. Okay. So before the decimal point, only how many digits are there? 4 digits, isn't it? But you are setting in set precision 5. So it will take 1 digit from the decimal part after the point. That's the decimal part also. It will take and it will display the output. Okay. So no need to bother about decimal point or number, everything. But so set precision, how many digits you are giving? So if you are giving set precision of 4 means it will print only 4 digits. Set precision of 6 means it will print till 2. 1200.12. Understood? Based on that numbers, it will count and print the output. Understood? Okay. So this is the first thing. So this set precision can also use to display the decimal places. After the decimal place, how many numbers need to display. That also you can able to set. Understood? So already you have studied about set precision. What's the use of set precision? So it is used to display number of digits. It will count and display the number of digits based on you have given inside the set precision command. Okay. So likewise, this set precision also you can able to use to display number of decimal places. That means after the decimal point, how many number needs to display. That also you can able to set using the set precision. Understood? Okay. So, in order to display this set precision with decimal point means you should use an IOS flag. Okay. So, listen carefully. You are going to use set precision along with decimal numbers. For that, you should use which flag? IOS flag along with a new manipulator called set F of. Okay, what's the manipulator name? Set F of. So, inside the set F of, you should use a flag called IOS. Understood? So, what's the use of the set F? To display the number, total number of digits, or how many number of digits needs to display after the decimal point. Okay, so for that you are going to use a manipulator called which manipulator? Set F of. That means set flag of. Okay, so inside that you are giving a flag called IOS. Understood? Okay, so here this IOS flag can be used in two forms. This is a very important question, this IOF and set precision question. Okay, so this IOS flag is used in how many forms? Total 2 forms. What are they? First one is fixed form and second one is scientific form. Important question. Okay, IOS flag is used along with 2 forms. What are they? First one is fixed form and second one is scientific form. Understood? So set precision is, first what's the meaning of set precision? So it will display, so number of digits you have given inside the set precision. Based on that, it will display the number of digits. Okay. Set precision can also used to display the decimal point. That means after the decimal point, how many number of digits needs to display. That also you can able to set by using which manipulator? Set flag of manipulator. Understood? So this set flag of manipulator can be used along with 2 forms. Okay. What are they? That means IOS flag. Inside IOS flag, along with IOS flag, you should use 2 forms. What are they? Fixed form as well as scientific form. Understood? Okay. So now we are going to see one example program. So listen, first line. So what's the first line? First line is a header file. So what's the header file? Hash include IO stream. So next you are going to use a manipulator. So which header file you need to include? Hash include IO manip. Okay. So what's the next line? Using namespace std. Then main of function. Okay. So here you are going to set flag of. That means after the decimal point you are going to set some manipulator. For that, which manipulator you should use? Set F of. Okay. So see out. Listen carefully. This is the format. Okay. So set F of. Which flag you should use? IOS. So this is a format. Then this one. 2 colons you should give. After the IOS, okay, after the IOS, how many colons you should give? 2 colon. Then you have studied 2 forms are there in IOS flag. So what are the 2 forms? Fixed form as well as scientific form. Okay. So first you are going to use fixed form. Understood? So listen carefully. So this is the format. See out dot set flag of, that is set F of manipulator. Inside IOS flag there are 2 forms are there. First you are going to give fixed. That means the number is going to display in number will be displayed in which form? Fixed notation form. Scientific means the number will be displayed in which form? Scientific notation form. Understood? Okay. So next you are going to print. See out set precision of 2. So what's the meaning? So you are going to display how many digits after the decimal numbers? Only 2. Understood? What set precision of 2 means? 2 digits you are going to display. But you have given set F. Set F means after decimal point. Okay, after decimal point you are going to display how many digits? 2 digits. Okay, the input you are giving the number is 0.1. Okay, so after the decimal point how many numbers are there total? Only 1. But you have given set precision of 2. Okay, so what output you will get? 0.10. Okay, so after the decimal point you are giving needs to display 2 digits, but input you are giving only 1 digit. So if the number of digit is not satisfied, it will add zeros. Okay, so here set precision of 2. So here 2 digits needs to display, but after the decimal point only 1 digit is there. So it will add zeros and it will display output as a 0.10. That is in fixed form or fixed notation. Understood? Understood? See the output. Okay. So next one is C out in scientific notation. Okay, now you have studied about which notation? Fixed notation, that is fixed form it will display. Okay, so same thing you are going to display it in which form? Scientific form. Okay, same program. So in the place of fixed you are going to use which one? Scientific. So which manipulator? C out dot set F of which form? Scientific. So okay, IOS flag along with scientific notation. Then C out set pressure of 2. So here you are giving, here also you are giving the pressure after the decimal point. How many digits needs to display? 2. Okay. So the input you are giving 0.1. See the output. This is the output. Okay. So scientific notation means see the numbers will displayed in E notation. Isn't it? So see after the point what's how many digits? 1, 2. Okay. The scientific notation means particular number will displayed in which form? In E form. That is exponent form. Understood the set pressure of manipulator? Okay, what's the use of set pressure? So it is mainly used to display number of digits. Okay, that's set pressure. What's the syntax? Set pressure of number of digits. How many digits you are giving inside set pressure? That number of digits it will count and display in the output. Okay. Then if you need to display the sum numbers, that means now total number of digits after the decimal points. So after the decimal points also this kind of or this much of number only need to display means you can use which one? Set F manipulator. Understood? So this set F manipulator is used along with two forms. What are the two forms? Scientific form as well as exponent form. Or sorry, a fixed form as well as scientific form. So these two forms are used along with a flag called IOS flag. Okay. So if you are giving CO dot set F IOS fixed form means, so it will display, so after the point, that means after the decimal point fixed set pressure of 2 means after the point decimal point how many numbers it will display? 2. Scientific means it will display in the scientific notation. Understood about set pressure of manipulator? Okay. So next we are going to study about expressions. Okay. So in this chapter, what's the title of our chapter? Data types, variables and expressions. So data type over, variables over. Next topic is, that is the last topic is expression. Okay. So what do you mean by expression? So max you might have studied about expression. Second degree expression, third degree, isn't it? X square plus y square equal to 5. So what is that one? That is an example for expression. That is a second degree expression or equation. Isn't it? Same thing only. So what do you mean by expression means? Expression is a combination of operators, constants and variables, but it have arranged as per the rules. What's the meaning means? For example, x square plus y square equal to 5. So there, what's the operator you are using? X square plus y square equal to 5 means operator is plus and equal to. Two symbols or two operators you are using. What are they? Plus as well as equal to. Okay. So how many variables you are using? X square and y square. So x and y. Two variables. So what's the constant you are using? That means value 5. Understood? So we can say expression is a combination of operators, constants and variables. Understood? So each and everything will be arranged as per the rules. Okay. Rules means already you have studied in C++ program. That's the precedence of operators. So in this 9th chapter, first part you might have studied. For example, in the expression will contain plus, minus, equal to, subtraction or everything. So based on the precedence, that means plus in an expression plus, minus, equal to is there means plus is considered as the first, then minus, then division likewise. Okay. So that's the precedence of operators based on the rule. So it will check. Understood? So this expression will also contain function calls. Okay. This expression will also contain which one? Function calls. Okay. So you are going to study about this function calls detail in later chapters. Okay. Listen. Then this expression may contain one operands or two operands or more number of operands. That means for example a plus b equal to 5. A plus b equal to 5. Example I am telling. So how many operands are there? A and b. Two operands. So how many operators are there? Only one. That's a two operand. Expression will contain two operands. Listen, next thing. A plus b plus c equal to 5. A plus B plus C equal to 5. So how many operands are there? 3. What are they? A, B and C. How many operators are there? Plus and equal to. Understood? Okay. So in C++ program, totally there are 7 expressions are there. Very, very important question. Okay. Expressions and types of expressions. Very, very important question. Okay. So in C++ program, how many expressions are there totally? Totally how many expressions are there? Totally 7 expressions are there. Okay. Listen. So these are the 7 expressions. What are they mean? First one is constant expression. Second one is integer expression. Third one is floating expression. Fourth one is relational expression. Fifth one is logical expression. Sixth one is bitwise expression. And seventh one is pointer expression. Okay, very, very important question. What do you mean by expression and types of expression? Very, very important question. Okay, so now we are going to study about each expressions. Okay, first one is constant expression. Okay, so what do you mean by constant expression means? So constant expression always contain only one constant values. Only a constant values. Okay, so constant expression always contain which one? Constant expression always contain a constant values. For example, listen carefully. So here int num equal to 100. So which is a constant value here? 100. That means the value of num is 100. You are assigning a constant value for the variable num. That is num equal to 100. Understood what you mean by constant expression? Constant expression means it will contain only a constant values. Here the value of num is 100. That is the value of the variable num has a constant value 100. Understood? Okay. Second one is integer expression. Okay. So integer expression means, so it is a combination of both integer and character values. Understood? So integer expression means it has a combination of both integer. The expression will contain both integer values as well as character values. Okay. So this integer or character values will be combined with using which one? Some arithmetic operators. For example, A plus B. Okay, what are the things are there? A plus B. A and B is a character. A plus B equal to 5. So 5 is a value. That's the integer value. Okay. So using, if you are going to add A and B means which operator you should use? Arithmetic operator plus. That's the meaning. Okay. So integer expression means it's a combination of integer value as well as character value, along with you should use some operators. Then only you can able to produce result. Understood what I mean by integer expression? So see the example. Sum equal to num1 plus num2. What's the meaning? So you are using 3 variables. What are they? Sum, num1 and num2. That is 3 character variables. How many operators? Plus and equal to 2 operators. Okay. See the next one. Average equal to sum divided by 5. What's the meaning? So here the variable sum is divided by the integer value 5. Understood about integer expression? Okay. So next one is float expression. Okay. So float expression means the expression will contain floating point values. Understood what do you mean by float expression? Float expression means the expression will contain floating point values. Okay. So here also the variables, this expression will contain floating point variables, floating point values as well as some variables. So each this floating point values as well as variables are combined using some operators to produce the result. Understood? So see this example. So here area equal to 3.14 into R into R. So this is one expression, isn't it? So this expression contains a variable called, what's the variable? Area and R is a variable. 2 variables. What are the variables? Area as well as R. So which is the operator into. So what's the floating value here you are using? 3.14. Understood? So this we can call as a floating point expression. Understood? Okay. So next one is a relational expression. Okay. So already you have studied about relational operators. What are the relational operators? Greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, double equal to. Okay. So relational expression means this expression has the combination of values, variables as well as along with some relational operators. Understood? So expression with this will contain some values, variables along with some relational operators. Okay. So this along with this relational operators will give result about Boolean values. Okay. So relational operators always will give output as a Boolean values. So what do you mean by Boolean values? True or false. That means 1 or 0. 1 means true or 0 means false. Understood? See this example. X greater than y. So if the condition is true means it will display the answer 1 or true. Here next a plus b double equal to c plus d. So this both the conditions are true means it will display the answer 1 as a true, otherwise false. Understood? Okay. So next one is logical expression. Okay. So logical expression, this expression will also contain values, variables along with logical operators. Okay. So what are the logical operators? And, not, or, not equal to, that is a ampersand symbol. And is given and, or, and, not. Three logical operators are there. What are they? And, or, and, not. So it will also give the output as a which values? Boolean values. Okay. So this one, listen, a less than b, what's the use of, what's the symbol? And operator. And c double equal to 10. Okay, if this true condition is true means that is this one true and this one true means 1 and 1 into 1. What's the value? 1. So if the answer is true means it will display the answer is 1. That is a Boolean value 1. Otherwise false. Understood? Okay. So next one is bitwise operation. Okay. What's the next operation? Bitwise operation. So bitwise operation is always used. This is also a combination of values, variables along with bitwise operators. Okay. So what's the meaning means? It will x c 2 less than 2 greater than symbol 3 or a 2 less than symbol 2. That is shift left or shift right. Okay. Bitwise it will shift left or bitwise it will shift right. That's the use of bitwise operation. Okay. So next expression is pointer expression. Okay. So what's the use of this pointer expression means? So it will display or it will give memory address of the particular variable. Okay. So for example, here in a program you are declaring int a comma b. So a and b are stored, already you have studied memory representation, isn't it? So the variable a and b is stored in the memory. So if you are giving this pointer expression means, so it will give the output as a memory address for the variable. Okay, for with that variable is storing in which address. Understood? For that, so always the pointer, for pointer symbol, which is the pointer symbol means asterisk. This is the pointer symbol. This symbol is used along with the variable, so it will display the memory address for the variable. Understood? So here in this is a symbol, asterisk pointer of. Understood? Okay. So total how many expressions we have studied? 7. What are they? Constant expression, integer expression, float expression, relational, logical, bitwise and pointer. Constant means only it will give the constant values. Integer means combination of integer values, variables and values with operators. Float means float values along with values and operators. Relational means relational operators, that is less than, greater than or it will also return Boolean values as the output. Logical means logical operators and or not. It will also give Boolean value as output. Bitwise means it will shift bitwise left or right. Pointer means it will display the memory address for the particular variable. Understood? Okay. So next heading is type conversion. Okay. What's the next topic? Type conversion. So this is very important question. So what do you mean by type conversion means? So what do you mean by type? Data types. This chapter you have studied, already studied, isn't it? Studied about lot of data types. Integer, float, character, string, double, etc. etc. Lot of data types you have studied. So type conversion, name itself having conversions. So you are going to convert this data type. That means you are going to convert some fundamental data type to some other data type. So what are the fundamental data types you have studied? So integer, float, character, double and void, isn't it? So you are going to convert this fundamental data types to some other data type. Understood? So that process we are calling as and which one? Type conversion. So understood what do you mean by type conversion? So the process of converting from one data type to, that is from one fundamental data type to next data type, that is called as type conversion. Understood? So totally there are two types of type conversions are there. Okay. So how many type conversions are there? Totally two. What are they? Implicit type conversion and explicit type conversion. What are the two types of type conversions? Implicit type conversion and explicit type conversion. Okay. So first we are going to study about implicit type conversion. So what do you mean by implicit type conversion means? So this type conversion is automatically performed by the compiler. So the user no need to convert any data type. The compiler itself automatically convert. Okay. So if you are running the particular program, if type conversion is needed means the compiler will automatically, the compiler itself automatically converted from one data type to next data type. So you no need to convert any data type. So that type of conversion we are calling as and which conversion? Implicit conversion. Okay. So what's the other name of implicit conversion means? Automatic conversion. So important one more question, mark it. So what's the other name of implicit conversion? Automatic conversion. Okay. So how many types of type conversions are there totally? Two types. What are they? Implicit conversion and explicit conversion. So what do you mean by type conversions? So process of converting data type, that is fundamental data type, one type to next data type, that is called what? Type conversion. So among that, implicit type conversion means while you are executing the program itself, the compiler itself automatically converted from one data type to next data type, that is called automatic conversion or implicit conversion. Okay. Listen. So when this type of conversions will happen means if two or three data types are mixed in the same expressions. So an example they have given, and if you are seeing the example means you can understand. Okay. Okay. So when this type of conversion is needed, when two or three different types of data types are mixed in the same expressions. Okay. For example, you are going to add three numbers. For example, 5 plus 5.5 plus 6. So there how many data types are there? 5 is a integer data type. 5.6 is a float data type, isn't it? So these three numbers, you are going to add three numbers, but this three numbers is a mixture of two data types. What are they? Integer as well as float. But after adding, you will get the answer in a point numbers, isn't it? So the data type, the answer data type is which one? Float. But already you are going to add two numbers. The two numbers adding is a mixture of integer data type as well as float data type. But the answer you are getting is a float data type. That is called type conversion. Understood? So this kind of in the same expression contain two or three mixed data types. So the the data types will differ. At that time while you are executing the program, the compiler will automatically convert the data type to one data type to next data type. That is called which one? Which one? Automatic conversion. Okay. But what's the condition means? The compiler will convert, always it will convert smaller data type to wider data type. That is smaller data type to greater data type. Based on the rule, this compiler will convert smaller data type to wider data type. That we are calling as and which one? Type promotion. What do you mean by type promotion? Here you have studied. What do you mean by type conversion? What do you mean by implicit expression and type promotion? What do you mean by type promotion? So in a expression itself, it will contain two or three data type means automatically the compiler will convert into a other data type based on the rule. That's very, very important. Rule, based on the rule from smaller data type to wider data type, that is called type promotion. Understood? See the example. So hash, what's the first line of the program? Header file. So hash include iostream. What's the second line? Using namespace std. Then main of function. Okay. Then inside this main of function, so you are giving two declaring. Listen. First declare a variable a. Int a equal to 6. What's the meaning? The value of a is 6. So 6 is the data type of integer numbers. Next one. Float b equal to 3.14. What do you mean by float? Floating. That is point numbers. So point numbers always declare the data type float. Okay, so float, you are declaring another variable b equal to 3.14. Next, you are going to add these two numbers, a and b. Listen carefully. So A is of data type int, but B is of data type float. So you are going to add two different data types. Okay. So A plus B. Finally, what answer you will get? 6 plus 3.14. So 9.14 you will get as answer. So last answer finally you will get as a data type float. So this type of conversion we are calling as which one? Implicit conversion. Okay. For that, listen. So already I said based on the rule only it will convert. That means smaller data type to wider data type. Okay. So here float data type, here the two data types. What are the integer and float you are adding and getting answer as a float. So float is greater than int. So you are getting the answer as a float. Okay. So this is the type conversion pattern. That is LHO and RHO, right side and left side. How you need to convert means, listen. Character into character means you will get the data type as a int. Then character into short means int. Character into int means int. Character into long means long. Character into float means likewise. Just one time you read it. That's all. No need to mug up it. Just one time read it. Okay. So next conversion is explicit conversion. Okay. What's the next type of conversion? Explicit conversion. Okay. So explicit conversion means so particular user is going to convert from one data type to next data type. Okay. So implicit means automatically compiler itself doing the conversion. But explicit conversion means the particular user is going to convert from one data type to next data type. That is called which one? Explicit conversion. Okay. So this we are calling as a typecasting. The particular user is going to convert, or particular programmer is going to convert from one data type to next data type. That process we are calling as an explicit conversion or typecasting. Very, very important question. See the syntax. How you need to give means type name. First you should give data type name. What's the data type name? Then the expression. Okay. So here, so this type name is given along with valid data type. That is integer or float or anything. Understood? See this example. So what's the first line? Hash include iostream. Next one is using namespace std. Then main of, listen here, float variable f equal to 78.685. Okay. So particular programmer is going to convert this variable to float. Okay. Particular programmer is going to convert this float data type into some other data type. For that you are giving a variable f. The float is declared with the variable f. So variable f equal to particular number. See the next line. Particular user is going to convert this int of variable f. What's the meaning? The float is now storing in the variable f. So now you are going to convert this float data type into which data type? Integer. Understood? Okay. So what output you will get? Integer means 78. Understood? So here the programmer is giving some conversions using this variable f. So like this if you are giving means you can able to lose some values. That means listen carefully. Input you are giving 78.685 but output you are getting only 78. So you have the chance to lose this precision. That is after decimal point you are going to lose some values. Okay. So if you are going to assign the greater range of values means no problem. But if you are assigning smaller, that is larger type to smaller type, if you are converting means you can able to lose. Because float is the higher data type. But you are going to convert float to int. So you can able to chance these values. But always if you are going to convert smaller type to larger type means there is no chance to lose values. Understood? See, listen. So this is the expression double to float. So if you converted double to float, double is a higher range, isn't it? Convert double to float means you can able to lose some values. From the original values, they lost some values. Okay. So float to int, that's a larger type to smaller type. So here also if you are converting means you can able to lose some fractional part value. So original value you can't get. Long to short means also there is a loss of data. So this three conversions if you are doing means you can able to lose the data. Understood? See. So example hash include iostream. So second line, third line, same thing. Another one example they are giving double variable of f. So you are going to converting the double variable. Listen. For that assigning the variable, double is assigned to a variable f equal to some input numbers 178.2525. Okay. Next, listen, see out. This float is converted. Okay. First step, float is converted in the float is double is converted to which variable? Float. Next step, the same thing is converted to int. First W is converted to float, second thing W is converted to int. So what's output? See. So float means how many digits after the point 2 or 3 digits it will display. So 278.252. Next, int means only the before the point number. So you can able to lose some values. That's the example. Explicit conversion. This is the explicit conversion problem. So if you are converting the larger type to smaller type means you can able to lose some values. Understood? Okay. So up to this chapter 9 will get over. Next class I'll mark question answers for this chapter. Okay. What's the today's homework means? The expressions. Very important question. Expressions as well as manipulators. Set W, NDL. That today we have studied set precision. Set precision very important question. Expression and set precision. The type conversion. 3 things you should study thorough and write in your computer notebook. Very important question. So remain you can continue the next class students. Thank you.